So let's continue our discussion with sample problem number 3. Sabi dito, as observed from a ship moving due east at 9 km per hour, the wind appears to blow from the south. So after the ship has changed course and speed, as it is moving now at north at 6 km per hour, the wind appears to blow from the southwest. Assuming that the wind velocity is constant during the period of observation, determine the magnitude and direction of the true wind velocity. So similar with our previous problem, meron tayong dalawang case. So sabi sa atin, for our case 1, yung ship natin, ito yung ship, nagmo-move siya papunta sa east. Okay? So moving towards east na ang ating velocity ay 9 km per hour. Now, at this point daw, yung wind natin appears to blow from the south. Okay? So, ito ngayon yung velocity ng wind with respect to ship. Kasi ang sabi niya, the wind appears to blow. Hindi niya sinabing the wind blows. Kapag the wind blows from the south, absolute yun. Okay? True value. Pero in this case, appears lang, mukhang nanggagaling sa south. Ibig sabihin, mukha siyang nanggagaling dahil gumagalaw yung ating ship. Okay, the case 2 naman is nung nagpalit daw ng course yung ating ship, ang kanya ng direction ay papunta sa norte. Ay, ang pangit. So, papunta na sa north yung ating ship. So, the velocity now is 6 km per hour. Yung ating naman the wind appears to blow from the southwest. Kung southwest yan, walang sinabing angle, that is automatically 45 degrees from the horizontal. So, this is 45 degrees from the horizontal, southwest, and this is the velocity of the wind as seen by the ship. Okay? So, again, from southwest. Alright, so we have two cases. Let's solve this problem using trigo na lang. Drawing na lang natin yung ating mga motion since rectilinear naman, puro straight line. Okay. Now, ano ba yung condition? Since ino-observe natin yung wind, okay, ito yung being observed, that is equal doon sa ating observer plus the relative motion. Lagi namang ganyan. This is the observed, this is yung observer, at ito yung kanyang relative motion. So therefore, we can say na itong dalawa na to, magkadikit kapag i-drawing natin. So unahin natin sa case 1. So yung ship daw natin, initially nagta-travel horizontally. Okay? At 9 kilometers an hour. Okay? And then, yung wind natin appears to blow vertically naman coming from the south. So, ito yung BW over S. So, we can say that the resultant of this is our true value of the velocity of wind. So, ito naman yung angle na hinahanap. Ang hinahanap kasi ng problem natin, yung velocity ng wind, true wind, and the angle ng wind. So, i-assume na lang natin measured from the horizontal. So, dito, actually, pwede natin kunin yung theta. We can say that cosine theta is 9 over BW. Next, puntahan natin yung pangalawang case. Sa pangalawang case naman, yung ship natin nagta-travels vertically at 6 kilometers an hour. Then, yung observed velocity natin ng wind is ito. So, the resultant or the actual wind velocity naman ay ito. Nawawala yung aking arrow. So, this is your BW. Take note, guys, iba yung observed dito, iba ito. Kasi ang sabi ng problem, ang constant lang daw natin ay yung wind velocity. Ito ay hindi magkamukha dito. So, hindi natin sila pwedeng gamitin sa equation natin. Okay? Ang alam natin, ito rin ay theta. So, paano natin hahanapin? So, we can say that ito ay 90 minus theta. Okay? So, itong angle na to, since according to our problem, that is 45 degrees, so yung kabuuang angle nung side na to, this is 135 degrees. So, kung 135, mako-compute muna natin ito. Tawagin natin to ulit munang beta. Again, ang sum ng interior angle ay 180. So, beta plus 135 plus 90 minus theta is 180 degrees. Do you follow that? So, hopefully nasundan. Okay? So, ito ay galing sa given, 45 degrees coming from southwest. Since ito 90, right angle, kaya naging 135. Ito naman, yung hinahanap nating angle theta, which is also this one, we have here 90 minus theta para doon sa interior angle. Solvein natin to para makagamit tayo ng sine law, yung beta. So, our beta here is 180 minus 135 minus 90 plus theta, or beta is theta minus, magne-negative kasi masyado itong mataas, 180 minus 135 minus 90. So, we have here minus 45 degrees. Okay? So, establish natin yung sine law natin. So, sine law tayo, we have here 6, yung velocity ng ship, over sine beta, equivalent to the velocity of our wind over sine 135 degrees. So, here we can say that our BW is 6 sine 135 degrees over, tataas to doon, retain natin si sine beta, pero our beta is theta minus 45 degrees. So, ipasok natin dito, let's solve for W here. We can say that BW is 9 over cosine theta. Equating both W, we have 9 over cosine theta equivalent to 6 sine 135 degrees over sine theta minus 45 degrees. So here we can say that our theta is, so again, pag nagsisip solve kayo, pili kayo nung gitna, gitna ng choices. Since walang choices dito, random lang namimili si sir. Let's say tensyometer, let's say around, mas mataas sa 45 dapat 50 or 60. Pero hindi pwedeng 60 kasi magna-90 yun. So, hindi pwedeng 60. Nasobrahan ako. Pero anyways, assume natin. So, while waiting, actually, merong other solution akong nakita rito sa problem na to. Ang ginawa niya, ay, ayun na. 59, ay, sakto yung 60. 59.036 degrees. Okay? So, we can now solve for BW. Similar kanina, alisin lang natin yung isang side. So, we have 9 minus cosine alpha x. So, the velocity is 17.492 kph. So, you can confirm this using mathematical solution kung mas sanay kayo doon. Continuing our discussion, we are now on sample problem number 4. Sabi dito, in the position shown, the speed of car B is 16 meters per second. So, merong velocity si car B at ang velocity daw niya, as per the problem, ay 16 meters per seconds. So, take note, na yung ating velocity is always tangential. So, to a passenger on car A, so yung observer natin ay naki-car A, the acceleration of the car B appears to be 0. So, sabi dito, from our observer on car A, yung velocity daw ng car B, okay, is equivalent to 0. Or sorry, the acceleration of car B appears to be 0. Ang tinatanong sa atin ng problem, what should be the acceleration of our car A? Alright. So, in this case, ang problem na meron naman tayo ay isang rectilinear or a vehicle that travels along a straight line. So, yeah, that is our car A. And then, meron tayong curvilinear motion, si car B, na nagta-travel on a curve with a radius of 200 meters. So, in this scenario, meron kang dalawang option. Since involves si curvilinear, ang approach na pwede natin gamitin is either normal and tangential or pwede rin namang rectangular. So, itry muna natin si normal and tangential component of motion. So, sabi natin, if this is our curvilinear motion, itong axis na to, ito yung ating normal axis. At ito namang axis na to is our tangential axis. Okay? This is the fixed frame. So, sa translating frame, ganun din yung gagawin natin. Meron din tayo ditong normal. Is it okay kung gawin ko na lang siyang solid? Meron tayong normal axis dito. And 90 degrees from there, meron din tayong tangential axis. At nandito yung ating acceleration ng car B. At nandito naman yung ating tangential acceleration ng car A at meron tayong normal car acceleration. Now, yung problem, ang binigay lang sa atin ay velocity ng car B. So, hindi natin alam kung ano yung tangential acceleration. So, in this scenario, mas madali na ang gamitin nating axis of comparison ay yung normal natin. Okay? So, let's solve first for the normal acceleration of car B. So, ang normal acceleration ng car B natin ngayon, that is B squared over rho BB squared, which is 16 squared over our rho na 200. Or the normal acceleration of car B is 16 squared over 200. Okay? And that is 1.28 meters per second squared. Okay? So, buuin natin yung equation ng relative motion natin. Since we are trying to observe yung car B coming from A, so this will become AB equivalent to AA plus AB with respect to A. Kasi ang ino-observe natin ay si car B coming from A. Okay? So, ito ang ating equation. So, pili muna tayo ng isang axis. So, unahin natin kasi may normal acceleration tayo. Wala tayong tangential, mahirapan tayo dyan. So, normal axis muna tayo. So, at normal axis, let's try to form the angles. So, kung ito 60 degrees, therefore yung matitira dito 30 degrees. So, ito rin ay 30 degrees. So, we can expect that coming from the vertical, this is 30 degrees. Okay? So, kailangan din nating maalala na we can apply triangle here. Mukha lang siyang naka-incline, pero ito si AN, 90 degrees from AN, that is our 80. At ito ngayon si AB. Uy, nakaslant. Ulitin ni sir. Again, si AB. Ba't ba AB? AA to. AA, car A. This is car A. Okay? Then, ito yung ating normal coefficient. Normal component rather. At ito naman yung ating tangential component. 90 degrees ito dapat. Then, ito ay 30 degrees. So, we can say, coming from our triangle, right triangle, so katowa, pwede mo itong i-rotate ng pahigang ganito. Wherein ang hypotenuse natin ay AA. Okay? This is 30 degrees. This is AN. This is 90 degrees. This is AT. So, we can say from our kusokatowa that cosine 30 degrees is equivalent to the normal component adjacent, okay, normal component of our acceleration of B over the acceleration of A. So, ini-explain ko lang yung formula, no, or yung Pythagorean relationship. So, ganun din dito. Okay? So, dito naman, sa problem na to, okay, alam naman na natin yung AN. So, pagka binuo natin yung ating normal axis, so we have AB, normal, is equivalent sa AA, normal, plus AB over A, normal. Take note, according to the problem, the acceleration daw natin ay 0. Yung acceleration natin ay 0, magsi-0 lamang yan kung yung ating AB over A normal ay 0 at yung ating AB over A, tangential is also 0. So, wala tayo dapat acceleration. So, therefore, this part should be equal to 0. Okay? So, we can say that our AB normal component and our AA normal component should be equal. Okay? So, kapag sabay silang bumibilis, sabay silang gumagalaw, it appears na yung kabilang sasakyan ay hindi nagmo-move kasi sabay yung kanilang motion. Okay? So, here we have now our AB normal is 1.28 meters per seconds and then our AA normal is, ayun no, nakuha na natin. Ba't ba ang telok neto laging being nakalagay? So, this is AA normal. So, our AA normal coming from here, daling ko dito, yung AA normal natin, that would be AA cosine 30 degrees. So, this is AA cosine 30 degrees, or we can say that AA is 1.28 meters per second squared over cosine 30 degrees, or our AA is 1.28 over cosine 30. We have 1.478 meters per seconds, and this is going downward. Okay, so this is the acceleration of A. So we solve it using the normal and tangential. So gamitin naman natin yung rectangular. So kapareho lang din naman ng rectangular. Ang mangyayari lang dito is sa halip na ito ang i-decompose natin to normal or to an inclined axis, ito yung car B ang i-decompose natin. So ang mangyayari, rectangular. Si car A, moving lang siya dito at its acceleration AA. Si car B naman, moving siya dito at a velocity na 16 meters per seconds. Tapos meron siyang normal acceleration. Na-solve na natin yung kanyang normal acceleration na 1.28 meters per second squared. So this is our A, B, normal. Okay? Ito si car A, ito si car B. So the axis natin for car A, sabi natin rectangular tayo. So our axis will be, this one is our Y, assuming na ito yung positive Y, and this one is our X. Again, pwede naman natin baliktarin, ano, yung positive Y yung taas. That is the most common. This is our X. Okay? Now, ganun din dito sa kabilang side. Gagawin natin tong X, Y rather. Okay? And then ito yung ating X component. So dito, na-solve na natin yung angle na yon, which is should be 30 degrees. So, drawing the triangle of our acceleration of B, we have here our AB normal. Okay? Then, meron tayo dito AB tangential. Naka 90 degrees ito. Then, on a vertical, meron tayong, okay, ito yung ating AB Y. Okay, so sa halip na X, Y ang ginamit natin. Okay? So this is still 30 degrees. Okay? So ngayon, we can solve for ABY. Paano natin siya isosolve? We can use the relationship of cosine. So ABY cosine 30 degrees is equivalent sa AB normal. So kapag ginawa natin yung coordinates are yung ating motion, relative motion on Y component, ang mangyayari dito, again our relative motion is acceleration of A of B rather, y component is equivalent to acceleration of A, y component plus acceleration of B with respect to A, y component. Again, kung 0 yung acceleration natin, 0 itong components niya. So, our ABY is, balikan natin triangle natin. We have here cosine 30 degrees is equivalent sa AB normal adjacent over ABY. So, our ABY is AB normal over cosine 30 degrees. So, therefore, this is AB normal cosine 30 degrees equal to y component. At ito yung hinahanap nating acceleration, yung y component lang. Our ABN is 1.28 meters per second squared. So this is 1.28 meters per second squared over cosine 30 degrees. That is equal to the vertical component of our acceleration of y. So we have the same answer dapat, which is 1.478 meters per second squared. But since yung ating car A ay nagmo-move lang vertically, we can say that 0 yung kanyang horizontal component or the acceleration of A is 1.478 meters per second squared. So, same answer, different solutions. Pareho pa ring tama kahit normal or normal and tangential or rectangular component yung gamitin natin.